Hello, today I'm going to show you how to remove a row in datagrid view by the checkbox in each row when we select it. So now I'm going to grab project and I'm using Visual Studio 2019. And here is Windows Form application. So I'm going to design it by drag the datagrid view into the form and a button. I put the name in grid and add three columns. The first column is for checkbox and the second one is for the name and the third one for the years. This button for remove button, and the other one is for toggle selected. When we check the checkbox, we are going to select and unselect it in each row of datagrid view. Okay, I'm going to run the database and I'm going to show you that. So my database is by stores. They have the table that I'm going to retrieve from the table product here. They have a product ID, product name, and one more is model year that I'm going to fill in the data grid. So add a class for store connection and manipulate the data. Name it as a data access. I'm create the property connection, return connection, actual connection right here. And I'm going to create another method that retrieve all data. And this class product, I have created. If you didn't not yet create, just add class and create three fields. In that file, have ID, name, and year. Okay. So let's continue it. Create a list for temporary store the data, all of the products that I retrieve using get connection. So when we're using connection, we just open it, but we didn't require for close connection because using statement will automatically close the connection. Okay, I'm going to select all from table products. I'm going to read all of the data. So create an object that we're going to put in here. Because ID is stored as an integer, so I have to convert it to integer right here. And I'm going to add this object to the list. Alright, so we done it. So when we load the form, I'm going to add all the data into the grid. Loop the data and add into each row. So here I'm just put by in order, mean that the first column is for true or false, mean the checkbox, and the second one is for the name, and the third one is for year. Okay, the data is filled in the grid, as you can see here. Okay, but now it's not yet work on the checkbox. So we're going to implement it on the button first. When we click the button remove, we're going to remove the row. And here when you remove the data in the grid, mean that you remove the row, each row, you cannot use for each. Mean that when you choose for each, you cannot modify or remove something or add something into the grid directly. So we use a for loop that is given the index number, so we can remove it. So just check the condition that I didn't want it to remove. So the last statement is for remove the row. So let's run it. Okay, we remove. Done. Okay, but I'm sorry, I'm just put the column incorrectly in order. Okay, I see that. Correct in order. Okay. So next we're going to implement on the toggle check. So we just update the grid, check or uncheck by following the checkbox. Loop all the data that have in rows, so how many rows that we have, so we loop it all and update this data followed by the checkbox. Okay, done. We're gonna remove it. And so here in this statement, if you don't check this condition, it will when we check all, because of the last element it's not a row that grade from the database. It's just for user input, but we check it and remove it also. So in here we produce an error message. As you can see here, uncommitted new rows cannot be deleted. So that's why I'm checking the condition. If the value in the column name have empty string or have null, I'm going to ignore it. So it's going to be remove only the data. Okay, next we're going to remove by in the database too. When we click on remove, we're going to remove the item that we selected in the database too. So I'm going to declare statement get condition and command for delete. This is just demonstrate only. So if you remove it in multi-row, like multi products in the database, you can remove in. By you doing like this, you just close and open when we loop it in the grid that we have selected. So just return if it is successful, it's going to return true and false. Okay. So when I remove, I'm going to get a tag from each row, then I will get tag, because we're going to delete it by ID, and in the grid it doesn't have the ID that we return to. So I just check this condition for remove. If we remove from the database successful, I'm going to remove at grid 2. For the product ID. Not successful remove, I'm going to ignore that statement below. So in here, we're going to put the row in tag. So I'm going to change this statement into a for loop instead of a for each loop, because we can access it by the index. And after add into the grid, and so I'm also put in the tag too. Set in tag each product. Okay, so let's run this, and I'm going to check 2 and remove. You see here. Okay, let's run it again. It already deleted, so I'm selected all of this and going to run it again. Okay, it's removed it. Okay, run again. It doesn't have exist in the database, so it's empty row. So thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe and like, share my video, and I will see you in the next video.